What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Watching Paint Dry here on Another Letdown. My name is Zach from Another Letdown Media and the This Is Difficult video game podcast. I will be one of your hosts this evening. Watching Paint Dry is the show where we hang out at the end of a long week after we should have thought about going to bed and work through the ridiculous backlog of miniatures that we've accumulated that need painting. There's an old adage that says if a miniatures painter ever runs out of projects to paint, he or she will die. So by employing the use of our 3D printers and these Saturday night painting sessions, we're just trying to stave off death for as long as possible. And joining me on the line, as always, our resident monkey handler with his hands full during Trapped in Arkham, it's Broody Gambit. How's it going, Mike?
It's going great. How are you doing?
It has been a week. My brain is fried. I still have a lot to do before PAX next weekend. But you know, we're here and we're painting, and my printers are all, you know, at home again, and which is excellent and nice, as opposed to being at the school. My printer, my FDM printer has been working overtime to get this paint rack all situated. It's just barely off camera, unfortunately, but there are, oh gosh, too many paints for me to count up on this rack right now. But it's so satisfying because they all have a home, and it's really nice. So yeah, we're out here. I continue to be working on Clea. Third stream in a row. Yeah, didn't expect this many to be quite so complicated, but here we are. Quick channel update before we get too far. As I mentioned, PAX is next weekend, Penny Arcade Expo East. I will be there working the Greater Than Games booth, demoing Compiled. Come see me if you're coming to PAX East. Which of course means there will be no streams. So we will be off streams this week. Tomorrow or Monday, I'm just going out to dinner with friends. So if I do stream, I would like to stream still Monday, but it'll be later. If we do get that off the ground, it'll be like a 9 to 11 situation. But we'll see what happens. And then Friday and Saturday, of course, will be off.
I would also like to point out the week after that is Easter, so I will not be available.
Fair enough. I will probably do something. I have a couple of Easter tricks up my sleeve that have nothing to do with painting whatsoever. So we'll see. I would like to do something funny for Easter. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, as with all the shows that we host here on the Another Letdown Media channel, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and in being as inclusive as possible. So any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. Let's paint. We got two of us. There it is. I continue to be working on Clea, and Mike is still working on things that I don't understand.
They're so good.
You see, this is the problem with stuff like that, is like, I recognize that they're good. My wife has read a fair amount of Brandon Sanderson, but I usually trust her judgment when it comes to books, and of course I trust your judgment, and Shamali and whomever else, Greg. Yes, Greg has been demoted to whomever else. He's no longer the Bond. No, he's still the Bonzi buddy. But every time I encounter media like that, where it's just like, people love it and they're like, you're going to love this, you're going to love this, you're going to love this, it just shuts my brain off. I don't want to touch it. You know what I mean?
You are not the only person that I know that kind of has that that sort of hesitancy when everyone talks about how good something is.
Yeah. Oh, no, this isn't going to work because there's not enough detail.
Okay. So, for lack of a better, I can't really like display this to you. I just sent it over the Discord.
Okay.
So the armor for Eshonai, it's kind of got a bluish tint.
Okay.
Should I mix the blue with the silver, or should I do it silver and then wash with a blue?
I would do silver and wash with blue. That's my move. I actually did it with Clea here. I'll zoom in on her hair. It's hard to see, but I did do there is a slight bluish, come on. There's a slight bluish tint to her. If you look really closely, and I really like the way that works. Personally. All right, where was I? I'm doing layer stuff. Okay, great. So let's go. Boy, it is so nice having all my paints just right here in front of me at eye level. Like, oh my god. I cannot express how nice it is to have my paints at eye level.
Yeah. It is a convenient feature.
So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start by lightening up some white, or some purple. Yeah, frosted edge will work. Although I have a, like, actual stock white. Maybe I... Yeah. Oh, here's... yeah. As the first highlight layer, yeah, on her purple, the purple part of her costume here. Let's see what we come up with. I hate that. I think that'll work pretty okay. The problem is the detail on this mini is really, really, really fine. And like, I have brushes that can handle it, but... My brother had his birthday yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And you've hung out with me long enough to probably be able to predict what he chose to do.
Big social event?
No. Unless you count skiing a big social event.
Ah. Depends on how many people are skiing.
2. My brother and my cousin.
Then no, yeah, that's not a big social event.
Not in the way that it would be traditionally defined. No, I suppose not.
Sorry, I was expecting your brother to be a little bit more antagonistic and directly do something to make you uncomfortable.
Oh, no. I wasn't invited.
Oh.
But not, like, well, not because... Like, my brother didn't invite me because he knows I had to work, you know?
Ah.
He's... as long as I can remember, he's called his birthday weekend Winning Weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been invited exactly once. And I don't even remember, like, how or why it synced up. And I wasn't able to go. For other reasons. But that was the year that we were all introduced to the majesty that is Maine's finest athlete, Donnie Pelletier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've shared him with you or not, but he is quite the character. What is this? You know what I hate is when, like, you do one thing on a mini that's, like, really, you're really proud of, but every other part of it just sucks.
Yep, that is an unfortunate turn of events.
Like, I am incredibly happy with how Clea's face is coming out.
I was literally just about to say, especially if what you did really well was the face.
Yep. Like, I can rescue most of this, but in general, I'm just not happy with this mini. She looks fine. Like, she looks good. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I shouldn't complain, but she's definitely not gonna be one of my go-to selections, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If I were submitting to a competition of some kind. All right, what I need is like a whitish blue. I think I have that in Citadel. Yes, I do. Blue Horror. It's kind of astonishing to me. Like, I bought the Disaster Collection of the TT Combat, and I'm waiting on my second Disaster Collection of Green Stuff World, and yet I still default back to just like giant paint collection.
Oh.
I think I have like 70 some odd TT Combat and 45 going on 90 GSW.
Mm-hmm.
And I still end up back at Citadel an alarming amount. So I'm actually going to take Blue Horror and lighten it up even more. I think. Let's see what we can do. Oh, that's gray. I'm being stupid. Well, I'll take the ring off it. So I chaperoned a school dance last night.
How'd that go?
Awful. It was an utterly miserable experience that I do not wish on my greatest of enemies.
What made it so bad?
Hormones.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be blunt. I love my students. I truly, truly do. But I rather abhor large social gatherings, as you already pointed out tonight. The theme was glow in the dark, which is a great theme for a school dance. Like, genuinely, I was like, oh, that's a cool idea. And nobody had thought to get any sort of glow in the dark anything.
That's sad.
I was like, okay, let's fix this problem. Went home and got my black lights. Which we then, don't tell my brother, jury-rigged together by taking apart several walkie-talkie power plugs.
Mm-hmm.
And soldering, well, I didn't even have any solder, so I just like awkwardly attaching them to the strips of LEDs with masking tape. But somehow they held through the whole dance, so.
That's very good.
Yeah, got lucky. This is actually working way better than I expected. So the Null oil went a little hard on her hair.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just kind of picking it out with blue, and then I'm going to go back with a highlight of white. Thank you, Robot. There's that white again. I'm really tempted to use this gray. I'm going to try it and see what happens. Perhaps. So because people are awful, now you already know this, but because people are awful, Sammy and Alex and I have decided that we are not going to wander the show floor much during PAX. Instead, we're going to play Arkham Horror.
Mm-hmm.
And we have prepped our decks for Hemlock Vale, the new expansion. Very excited to get back at it. I will be running Kate Winthrop.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite classic Arkham characters.
Seekers.
Yep. I mean, that's the thing. Is like at this point we've played enough Arkham Horror that we all know the roles that we like to play.
Yeah.
I feel that I'm contributing the most when I'm doing seeking, or oddly, spellcasting. Like I don't generally like spellcasters as characters. Like I just don't. They bore me. And that's, exactly why when I first chose my Warhammer army back in 7th grade, I chose dwarfs because they didn't have spellcasters. It just felt like it was cheating. You know what I mean? But in Arkham Horror, I really like the role of the casters. And I think it's because they serve a very utilitarian purpose.
Mm-hmm. Like it's nice that they can fit like any role needed. The drawback being that you just have to get the right cards for it.
Right. Oh, of course.
So it's either you build a deck specifically designed to be a fighter or be a clover, and then like you shore up the likelihood of you drawing the cards that you need for it, or you run the risk of not getting the right cards you need if you try and make yourself a flex character.
Right. Where someone like a Wilson Richards, and there are plenty of characters like him, are like significantly more suitable to playing that utility role.
Yeah.
If you're into being a utility character. So Alex is playing as Wilson, and Sammy is playing as Hank Sampson.
Yep.
Which first of all, I'm really excited that he made it into the game. Second of all, he's one of my favorite characters just in general. His story is fantastic. So, very cool stuff there. So the version of Kate Winthrop that I found that I really liked was was based on is it research materials?
Research notes?
Research notes, yes, research notes.
It's the clue dropping mechanic.
Yeah, yep. And I was like, that's a really cool idea. I want to give that a try. Speaking of giving things a try, no. You know what? No. I'm second guessing myself. I was going to do something with Max Darth Black, and I think I'm just going to use regular black instead. But it's going to be a pretty chill PAX, I think. The Greater Than Games representation is pretty much exclusively the three of us, Matt Kroll, Daryl Lauder, Paul Bender, and like those are the recognizable people. I think there are probably a couple others, but I'm not upset about it. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah, I'm going to need to do multiple layers of this red.
What's that?
I'm going to need to do multiple layers of this red.
Yeah. Which red are you using?
I'm using the Stormlight one. It's just carapace red.
Oh, okay.
It is an army painter, though.
Yeah. It's just too blue. You're close, though. Yeah, that's too blue. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Bluish purple. I actually kind of like this shade. Maybe not exactly what I expected, but we're around with it. That's going to show up nicely.
It's on my right. The correct reference photo.
I'm definitely taking some creative liberties with this costume. I just don't like the way it was drawn in the original art. Or the way it was colored. I love the artwork. J. Scott Campbell absolutely rocked it, but as he is frequently wont to, he's one of my favorite artists. But I think it got ruined in coloring. At least if you're trying to emulate it in a paint job.
I sadly did not get my Arkham fix in today.
Oh no, why?
I say sadly. My nephew had a baseball game at 9 this morning.
Oh, well, that's cute, though.
Yeah. I'm not like upset that I missed out on Arkham. I'm very happy to have gotten a chance to go see and support my nephew.
Yeah. I was just talking to one of my students last night about when his track meets are this year, and I said, you know, my daughter's big enough now that I can take her with me. So if it's like it doesn't matter what week it is, I can just throw her in the car and we'll come watch. Like we may not be able to stay for the whole race, but like we'll catch one of your events, you know. It's important to me to support the athletes when and where I can. And it's good for Kara to get out too. Good excuse to drag my dad out of the house too. Not that he wouldn't on his own, but like. Almost cycling season, Rudy. It's almost cycling season. That actually looks pretty darn good. Now what did I do with her gloves here? Okay, it's just straight pink. What do I have for pinks? Not many. I guess I'm gonna go Citadel here. I think this must have been what I used in the first place as Emperor's Children. So we'll just third verse, same as the first. Take some Emperor's Children, lighten it up a little bit. Perfect. So, Chamali and Mike and Adam and I were working on something last night, and I was building decks for PAX, or rather, deconstructing old decks that had been left since before my daughter was born. And I found a large wad of cash that I had just casually stored in my is it Edge of the Earth? Yeah, my Edge of the Earth box. And I was like, ooh, cool, nice PAX money. It must have been like money that people had paid me for Chinese food along the way somewhere that I just had squirreled away instead of, you know, depositing or something like that. But it was a cool find. I was very happy.
Yeah.
Okay, I really don't hate this mini. Like, once I got the circle detail stuff dealt with, at least in some capacity, it really makes it a lot nicer. Let's see if I can drop a brush size and just get a little bit more detail on it. Is it this one right here? Yes. Seeing as how I already have it opened up. So what I'm attempting to do here is kind of make it look like the details on her costume are in motion.
Interesting.
I don't know how well I'm doing with it, but
it's very complicated.
It works in my head. Yeah, it works in my head. It's like I'm highlighting it in very odd spots. And with A very tiny brush, and B, very watery paint. So it behaves a little differently, I guess. with some regular purple. Hey, RPD. Some say Zach's work on Clea is going to this very day. All we know is... No. It'll be done today, RPD. I'm actually really close. But how's it going? Welcome back. Oh, dear. How dare you be streaming when you're supposed to be... Okay, so... How many times have I actually canceled stream for democracy?
What? Huh?
Helldivers.
Oh.
I don't think it's been actually more than one. No, it wasn't. Because Monday this week, I got home late. And yesterday I was at a school dance. So... And then Saturday, I was at my parents'. Yeah. No, you're right. Okay. No, I take that back. Yes, Monday I did cancel for democracy. I think Tuesday I was supposed to be a stream. No, it was Tuesday that I got back too late. Oh, I've got the wrong shade of purple. I'm being an idiot. That's why the paint pot wasn't behaving the way I wanted to. Where is it? So how are you, RPD? Welcome back to the show. I had mentioned at the top of the show that streams this week will be very light because it is PAX week. I would like to go live on Monday, but I do have a dinner engagement at normal stream time. So we will see. I would like to try and go later if I can. Make a little bit of progress in Circus. Now let's get the color that I had before. you repeat? Oh, just saying that this week is going to be some weird streaming schedule stuff too. It's PAX week, so I will not be live Friday or Saturday, and Monday is up in the air because I've got a dinner thing. If I do stream, it'll be later. And a lot of that depends on what time we get home and, work schedule stuff. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's do this as the highlight coat for cape. A lot of it depends on Paul and Mark. Got it. This is not the brush I want for this. I mean, it goes without saying that I would like to play Helldivers again before I go to PAX, but... That's what Sunday nights and a continually AWOL Josh are for. So yeah, needless to say, I found that bundle of change, or cash rather, in the Edge of the Earth box, and I was like, oh, what kind of damage can I do at PAX with this? So RPD, I was saying to Broody before you got here, working on Chroma Squad. Oh, nice. That I found, I came upon an accidental windfall that past Zach had left me. And when I get back from PAX, expect to spend some time unboxing some cool stuff on stream.
Like Star Wars Unlimited?
No. If I want Star Wars Unlimited, I'll just get it from the store. I still have a bajillion store credit, so... Mostly retro video games, I think, is what we're going to be targeting at PAX here. The holy grail right now is Sega Nomad. Which I do think I will get at some point. Whether I get it at PAX or not is really dependent on the vendors.
I have been really enjoying Star Wars Unlimited.
It looks really good. Um, I have to get it. Like, I mean, I haven't had much of a chance to sit down and do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that windfall's coming too, RPD. Turns out having a child gets you a fair amount back in taxes. And also, our tax advisor dude set me up basically as a self-employed when it comes to the convention work,
Mm-hmm.
which opens up a lot more space for deductions, which I did not know. So I told Alex and Sammy about my surprise windfall, and they're like, dude, you're going to blow that on coffee in the first hour. I was like, shut up. I'm actually going to try and bring my own coffee this year, since we're not flying anywhere. Easy to take that on a bus. It's become a bit of a joke. I mean, you've been with us for conventions. You know how much my Dunkin' habit costs me.
Yep.
It is a bit of a problem. And I don't even like Dunkin' coffee is not even that good. The only reason I drink it is because I'm from New England and I'm a parody of myself. Canada needs to get their act together and get the Timmy Hose down here. Which, strictly speaking, isn't that good either. But it's better than Dunkin', and it's far better than Starbucks.
Yeah, I love how Duncan just kind of finally admitted that they don't actually sell donuts anymore.
And just rebranded it. Well, they do sell donuts, and their donuts are actually pretty okay.
Yeah, they just it's never been like as much of a percentage of their sales as just the coffee has.
Correct, yeah.
So like they finally just decided, you know what, we'll just go by Dunkin' instead of Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. I can quit whenever I want. I genuinely don't think that's true. If anything, my coffee problem has gotten worse since having a child. So my wife pitched a very funny like couples night thing today that I'm very into. She wants us to paint portraits of each other. Like, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm into that. Let's do that thing. Only one question: can I use my 3D printer? And she's like, no.
Make a miniature.
Yep. I was like, but that's how I know how to paint. She's like, no, I don't even want to use your good paints. Like, I want to use just like crappy paints. I was like, oh, now you're speaking my language.
This one. Drakenhoff.
Nightshade.
Why am I'm an idiot. Oh well.
Doing some learning and growing over
I'm
there.
sitting here with my Drakenhoff Nightshade on the Vortex spinner. I'm like,
What?
So fun. I know. I just out of habit was just like, let's mix it up. It just needs a couple shakes and it's good, but I was being stupid.
No, we call that learning and growing. I'll hit that. Okay. I'm actually not super disappointed with this cape situation. What do you think?
No, it's good.
Okay. Alright, I wanted to try something quickly. This is a ballpoint pen.
Just a standard ballpoint pen.
Very fine ballpoint pen. In her original appearance, first appearance, Clea had like a cape. It was like it's not really a cape. It's like a shoulder pad thing, but it had a bunch of asterisks on it. And I was like, I can do a little homage to that. But I have to use my ballpoint pen and pull it off. It seems to be working pretty well. I'm actually pretty happy with it. Okay, this is where it gets desperate. I have to take my pen apart to get it in the gap here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, cool. All right, great. What's next? A little bit of layering on. Oh, I remember what I wanted to do on the base. Okay, so I gotta paint brown first, then black, then red. Okay. I should get. Okay. Ooh. So I finally beat Meta Ridley in Metroid Prime, and now I'm on the Metroid Prime, and like I'm decentivized to play the game. The stupid Metroids that split into two and just kick the stuffing out of you on your way to the Metroid Prime just make me so angry. So I arrive at the Prime Troid with basically no health.
Yep.
I mean, that's just unfair.
I dropped my mini.
Huh?
I about dropped my mini,
Oops.
but I caught it.
Good. Yeah, I got so decentivized to play it that I actually went back and started playing Super Metroid again. Which is invariably a trap, because now I'll just play that forever. But I will beat Metroid Prime.
It'll just take some time.
Yep. Even in the couple of runs that I took at it, I got a lot better at beating those Metroids. Like, I mean, power bombs are great.
Mm-hmm.
Even though on some level I know I'm probably going to need them against the actual Prime Droid. Oh, yeah. Let's try enough, yeah. Oh, do I really want to do... Yeah, I do. Okay. So this is a trick I picked up doing brutality minis and leveraging my awful handwriting.
Scribbles in the books?
What?
Scribbles in the books?
Yeah, more or less. But I'm going to actually write words.
Okay.
Or, words is a tough word, tough phrase. I'm going to write Flingui Mugwanaf Cthulhu Rye Wagnagal Fatagan.
Look that. Where's my cursor? Nashui. There you are.
And... Oh. If I do... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I need my... Yeah, this brush is fine, actually. Where are you? Especially now that streams can be interrupted for Helldivers at any moment, meaning not even I can get you to leave Super Metroid. Come on.
So I believe I had mentioned previously how a coworker of mine, her husband is a senior rep for Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
He had a demo today for the new Princess Peach game.
Okay, which went out to...
Huh?
Yeah, we've had that. The Switch Online people have had that. Unless there's a
Yeah. Like he was doing like an event for it, and then I tried it out today. Got some cool swag, and the game was really fun.
Nice. Not me out here drawing an elder sign in one of her books. And I need my stupid small brush and some blue. All right. Right, I guess I got to do the floor now. Oh, that's a good
This dress is annoying to try and paint.
Dude, dresses are the worst.
But like it's like just straps and straps and
Yeah.
strips, I should say. So trying to get like the front and the back in between all of her body and everything is just
Will this work? It might. It definitely does. Okay, there's that. All right, I need... Ooh. I threw it over my shoulder, not down. Come on. Oh, don't you dare make a mess. Just a stupid brush. This should be fine. Yeah, that's the right color. Okay, great. I've said it once, I'll say it a billion times more. It's
What's
amazing.
that?
It's amazing what a good base will do. Just even a flat color on the base makes minis look 1,000 times nicer. Of course, that reminds me I need to print out some more bases. Now that I'm not printing paint racks, I can do that. So I just finished watching The Blues Brothers for the 900th time.
It is a great movie.
It's such a good movie. There's not many movies from that era that really hold up that way. And it just does. There's almost no joke in it that doesn't land. Even now. Like I look at, what other films came out in that era? Comedies mostly, primarily. That actually do hold up. Ghostbusters, okay, most of the same team there.
Yeah, that whole era, like all of the SNL from that era was just so good.
It really was. And it's like, what happened? I guess the internet. I blame Andy Samberg.
Why?
The Lonely Island. I love The Lonely Island, but it killed SNL. Once SNL started pre-recording stuff, done. It's not funny anymore. Because part of
It
what was
wasn't
funny
live anymore.
Right. That's what makes it funny. If you were pre-recording stuff, there's no like art to it anymore. You know, part of what makes More Cowbell funny is Jimmy Fallon dying in the background. And I don't like Jimmy Fallon all that much. Okay, let's do... Caddyshack. I've seen Caddyshack exactly once. And not because I didn't want to see it again. Just, I forgot that it existed. Good movie. Very good movie.
That is actually one I have not seen.
Yeah. It's like... Is that an example? RPD, sorry, I read that late. Is that an example of one that doesn't hold up or does? Because I would argue that doesn't really hold up. You think it holds up better than most? All right, maybe I need to give it another watch. I mean, I would say that's just true, but come on. I know there's a ball in there somewhere. Cannonball Run. Yeah, that's a good one too. I'm using a little, I wasn't going to use the fluorescent on this smoke, but as I look again at the reference image, it is definitely glowing. I'm just touching it with a little bit of fluorescent yellow, or fluorescent purple rather. Boy, my daughter knows knows colors better than I do. Look at that. And of course I'm going to hit the Elder Sign with a little bit of fluorescent blue. Or, oh no, I'm going to use fluorescent white. Oh, that's going to be cool. Really, once the topic becomes about the blah blah blah. The topic becomes about the decline of the world's ability to blah blah blah. I just tune out. Yeah. Just see if that worked. 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Well enough. Well enough. Where's that fluorescent white? When a paint has never been used before, I try to shake it a little more than necessary. When it's Adam and I go, Dad's drunk again. Tiny brush again. That's not tiny brush. I've got tiny brush right here. Work. I don't know how well it's going to work, but it'll work. It'll work. In the words of my good friend Paul. All right. Max Darth. right. That's the one. That's the one I needed. This is ridiculous detail that I'm putting into this, but I'm really happy about it.
Sometimes you just need to go for it.
Yeah, I'm freehanding a Sigil of Cthulhu on her base. Because I'm a nightmare. Parody of myself. And then there's a straight line across right here. Yep. There's this one that bounces like that. This one goes kind of like that. Up to the corner. Oh yeah, there's a loopy one up here in that corner. And it goes straight down. Alright. Now the question is, do I follow this up with red or blue or what? I think it's blue. Or Fenrisian gray, more accurately. I need a smaller brush, though. Go. me your brushes. Someone remind me why I chose to do this again. Someone remind me why I chose to do this freehanding again.
Because you hate yourself?
Yep. Actually, it's largely because I'm procrastinating.
Ugh.
I've got a technique that I'm afraid to try. What'd you do?
So their skin is supposed to be white, or part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But so is like the part of the clothing, which I think looks like they darken up the skin just like a smidge, so it's just slightly off-white, which is what I was trying to do. And I essentially added the tiniest drop of yellow into a giant thing of white, hoping that they would give it enough of like the off-color off-white. And it just completely ruined that little spot of everything. Like, how does that little amount of yellow ruin all of that much paint? So I'm trying to figure out how to try.
Yellow is the dumbest thing. Yellow is dumb. Put that on a t-shirt.
Yellow is dumb?
Yellow is dumb. That's probably easily misconstrued for something else.
That does not help at all either.
Yellow is dung, suck it, H-Man. Yes, we have seen the yellow sign and we have decided it's dumb. Remind me to tell Sammy that one. Okay, that looks much better.
Oh, we still want the same white that I want.
Oh, okay. There's the big bit that I missed. Or screwed up, rather. Okay. Then, last but not least, on this piece of junk, typical old one, assembling a cult when what they need is a better marketing department that can cook up a better logo. I thought about painting the yellow sign on her base.
This might work.
But I decided it didn't make enough sense.
Let's look at this. Oh yeah, there it is.
Nice.
Vallejo for the win.
Vallejo pulled it off.
Yeah, I pulled out my ivory
Hmm.
color from Vallejo, and it's like just off white enough. That it gives you enough contrast when you're looking at the white of the clothing versus the white of the skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very good.
It occurs to me now, RPD, that in a manner of speaking, the Great Old Ones kind of did have canonical marketing departments. They're called cultists. Let's see how well that did. Oh my god. It doesn't show up on camera, obviously, because I don't have a black light on my desk. But this fluor white is something else. It looks really, really good under the black light. So, 2 more steps, and we're out of this. One of those, I've been dreading this whole time. I have no idea what it's going to do or look like, but I have industrial dust from Green Stuff World that I want to put on the books. I have no idea what it's going to do, because it is a liquid pigment. I'm using my dry palette for this. Because once again, I've got no idea what this is going to do. Guess we could try it on something innocuous here.
But where's the fun in that?
What?
But where's the fun in that?
Oh. It's like super thin and runs all over the place. That's nifty. Okay, this is really quite cool. It really does create like a layer of dust, like a thick layer of dust.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That is really neat. You kind of use it like a dry brush paint, really. But it's like super wet, so I don't know. I've literally just lightened up the whole model, and I kind of love it. Now I just want to make sure that the blacklight stuff all still works. Oh, hey, Blink. It is kombucha time. Cheers. GT's kombucha. You lost your opportunity. Hell, it isn't even GT's. I just used a GT's bottle. That is really, really, really flipping cool. All right. I do I do think the base ring is purple, but I don't think it's either of the purples that I used in the main part of the model. How have you been, Blink? Good to see you. Mostly alive. Well, I mean, that's better than the alternative. COVID shot number 7. Dang.
Let's say that sounds excessive. Okay. I guess it does mutate a lot, so getting up-to-date ones is...
Yeah, I'm sure I'm due soon. But it's quite easy. Like, my wife gives me my shots, so...
Mm-hmm.
We still have yet to find anywhere to get my daughter her shot, though. Like, nobody has the toddler one. Which is really upsetting. Fortunately, my daughter doesn't, like, go to daycare or anything like that, so...
Yeah.
Perks of having retired parents. And the local daycare, like the proper, like, professional daycare, not the just, like, random person at home with no credentials.
Mm-hmm.
Just, like, downsized their entire toddler division. So my coworker, like, has to bring her kids to work with her now. Sucks. All right. And that, I think, is Clea. Finally done. Zoom in here. So her face is really good. I'm very, very, very proud of that. Oh, I never highlighted the silver. Maybe I ought to do that. Yeah, probably should. We got what, 6 minutes left? 8 minutes left? enough time to find a Supernova Chrome. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. This, my friend, calls for color shift.
Color shift for what?
Well, I have a pink to blue color shift over the silver on her cape.
Okay.
I think that's going to look dope. But I should probably be a little more careful with what I'm doing. Yeah. That bottle was clogged. Oh my god, that looks fantastic. It's going to be really hard to see on the camera, but it looks really good. Have we had a chance to, I don't think we've streamed since we found out, or maybe we did. Have we streamed since we found out that Akira Toriyama passed?
No. I mean, he only passed like a week ago.
Yeah. Well, it was 2 weeks, but...
we didn't stream last week.
Right. Yeah, because it only went public last week. What a shame. 68. Yet one more dude taken before his time. From what I'm hearing, he was like super involved with the new Dragon Ball series too. question this raises for me is who's going to be designing the monsters for Dragon Quest now? Yeah, that's a good question. To which, obviously, I don't know the answer.
Sure. I really need to get a handle.
Shamali posted a link to one that's supposedly pretty good. I just use the GW ones because that's what I've got.
I've got tons of old medicine bottles if I just want to like actually glue these to those and use them for the time being, but I keep just not doing it. And then I keep handling the base, and it's like it always smudges where my fingers are at the base.
Yeah.
I need black for the eyes.
Shoot. You know, I really do love this Max Darth stuff. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. It just lends such a cool contrast to things. Just kind of next level-y stuff. It makes, like, when you're going back to correct mistakes and just using black to do it, it does a really, really solid job. This dust stuff is really interesting. I'm going to have to experiment with it a little bit more, but I'm happy with the color shift on her cape. I think that worked really well. Wasn't my best highlighting ever, but I think I fixed it elsewhere. I'm going to try one thing real quick. just add a little bit of what remains here to that. Give me one final highlight. Okay, yeah. All right, I think I'm done. How are you doing?
I could be done.
So this is my work for tonight. It's Clea with some very dusty books. Sigil of Cthulhu on her base. It does glow in the dark. And some pretty cool stuff there. Made some nods to her first appearance. How goes the diving into hell? It's good. It's very good. I wish I could play more, but...
This is Ash and I. This is who I've gotten done today. Or not done. She's at least past the washing stage, though. I just need to do highlights. I'm still in the progress of Leshwi.
Nice. All right. Well, so next weekend, as I said, no streams because I will be at PAX. Hopefully, I'll have a whole pile of games to unbox on the stream, or show off, I guess, on the stream when I get back because, retro games are fun. Hopefully, I'll get a stream off on Monday. It'll be late and probably short, but I will try just because I have a dinner thing. But I hope everybody has a wonderful week plus, whatever happens to end up being. And we will talk to you again very soon. I'm going to get a picture of this posted, and then I'm going to get off to bed. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.
See ya.